Straight from the doctor. Good, how are you? Champs in the house. Let's go, baby. What?
30 seconds. What a beautiful left hook. I like the way you prepared before, just like that, Mike. Just one. Exactly. How can I touch you? Explode body shots. Okay. Beautiful. He can find you. He cannot find you.
There he is.
Just like that.
Beautiful. You can't hit.
Beautiful cross. 15 seconds. Good. Beautiful combination, Mike.
Your head after your last point.
Tyson's training footage doesn't look like nostalgia content. It looks like a heavyweight storm being rebuilt in real time.
Now you hit it.
You got it, dude. I want to chill. Got a box.
Yeah. Stay hydrated. You gotta stay hydrated. You gotta stay hydrated.
One box more round. You got box round.
You're done Friday. Save you for Friday, man.
Huh?
You know you can do 10,000 steps. You know you can. You know you can.
I need boxes. That's my thing. You know, all some shit.
Yeah.
That's cool for your head. I need boxes, and that's what I gotta do. I gotta box.
Warn them off. One camera.
Best guy in the world you want to be on Friday?
The frame, the explosiveness, the way the combinations snap under Rafael Cordero's watch. It gives off that old seek and destroy energy that made people panic when the bell rang.
Today was the day he's supposed to rest, and then they call all of us to come here because he decided to train. My opinion was the best decision. This is the way Mike, handle the things. So what about going on?
Fight! Mike, by yourself, Jazz. Mike, this is amazing. Roll three. Puta que pariu! Excellent, Mike. Excellent for good, Mike. Excellent for excellence.
Smoke that joint. That joint take go to the gym. Here we are. Yeah, you know.
Here we are. He's devastating, man.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
The level of the game invents itself. People that participated add to it.
Floyd may own the undefeated record and the reputation of a defensive genius, but Mike carries something just as powerful, a history built on 44 knockouts. That kind of resume isn't just statistics. It's psychological warfare. Power like that doesn't only hurt physically. It intimidates long before the first punch is even thrown.
Nice one, Mike. Nice one, Mike. Nice one, Mike.
5.
More, Mike.
You're up in the air. What you want? Yeah, what you want? Oh, beautiful. Beautiful.
Nice one, Mike. Nice one, Mike. That's the best one. That's the best one. That's it.
The contrast feels almost cinematic. Floyd, the master of movement, the ring tactician who survives on precision, angles, and control. Then there's Tyson, the pressure engine who thrives on closing distance and unloading short, violent combinations. And here's what makes it even more compelling. Rafael Cordero's presence isn't for show. It's about structure, discipline, controlled aggression. At Mike's age, it's no longer about throwing endless volume. It's about timing, intention, and choosing the right moment.
Mike's just different. I've worked with some very exceptional athletes throughout my life, and they're all remarkable in their own way, but Mike's just a whole different animal.
What we doing?
Do one more set. Let's get 12 reps. It's the heaviest we've gone on this. So just focus on perfect form for 12 reps.
233 today. Contact for 230.
12 is all we need.
I'm over the 225, 228.
Lean mean.
Big
Lean
chest.
mean.
1. There we go. 2, 3, 4. Good work. 8. 4 more. 9, 10. 2 more, Mike. 11 and 12. Work.
Easy,
First time we've done that.
That was easy.
Yeah, it was.
Sure, people will shout cash grab. That's inevitable. But camps don't operate at this level of intensity for a casual exhibition atmosphere. When legends train like this, pride quietly replaces promotion. Suddenly, it's not just about the payday. It's about identity, legacy, and the dangerous reality that one perfectly timed right hand from a motivated Tyson can rewrite the narrative in seconds.
That's all we want. To the middle. 1, 2, 3.
A little slow in the window.
4. There we go. 9. One more.
And slow.
10. No problem. Great set. Best set yet. Final round. Last one. Nice and strong. 30 times. Let you go. 1, 2. Here we go. 3. 4. Nice. 5. Yes, sir. 6. 7.
Strong.
8. Strong. 9. Got this.
Here we go.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go. 8, 9. One more. Get up. Nice work.
That intimidating Tyson training aura we just discussed runs headfirst into Evander Holyfield's calm, almost understated reaction. And that contrast is fascinating. Holyfield isn't shouting dominance. He's calmly addressing the elephant in the room. Size. When Holyfield casually says, "It's kind of different size-wise," that might be the most polite way possible to describe a heavyweight puncher facing a defensive welterweight mastermind. No dramatics, just reality. Tyson is naturally the bigger man. And in boxing physics, mass plus power equals tension, regardless of era.
Greatest of all time, Evander Holyfield. Mike Tyson announced he's fighting Floyd Mayweather in 2026. What do you think of that fight overall?
Well, kind of different, the size-wise, by, Tyson heavyweight, and I think he went weatherweight.
Right.
So it's.
Is it a real fight? Do you think fans should take it serious? Is it a real fight, Mayweather Tyson?
I couldn't think it was real. Because the fact of the matter, he's a lot bigger than guy, so it's the weight makes a difference.
What really stands out is when Holyfield questions whether this even feels like a real fight. That subtle comment shifts the conversation from spectacle hype to competitive legitimacy. He's analyzed it as a fighter first, not as someone caught up in headlines. Yet he doesn't dismiss the intrigue. He acknowledges the size disparity while still respecting both names involved. That's where things get layered. You have Tyson's pressure identity, Floyd's defensive mastery, and now Holyfield framing it through pure size logic, not emotion. No theatrics, just experience speaking to here's the twist. Skill can neutralize size, but size only needs one moment to matter. When Holyfield keeps it simple, he's delivering a heavyweight truth in the calmest way possible.
Are you saying you got Tyson?
I got Tyson.
You got Tyson over Mayweather. That's huge. Well, I just got Floyd because he's younger, 10 years younger, fast, elusive.
Yeah, but I hear bigger punches, man. You're gonna get toe up.
Really?
Of course.
So if Tyson lands on Floyd, Floyd's going down?
Yeah.
But so when he fought Jake Paul, some fans, they weren't too impressed with Tyson's performance versus Jake Paul. You think you'll have a better one versus Floyd?
I just think if that they compete. You're going to get...
Holyfield's calm, size-based logic about heavyweight reality versus smaller technician brilliance suddenly flips when Ariel Helwani starts questioning whether the fight is even real. Now, we're not debating styles. We're debating existence. When Ariel says he saw the announcement and thought, I didn't think it was real, that injects skepticism into a narrative that had been running purely on spectacle momentum. That's a journalist instinct, not a fan's reaction. Then he points out the missing details. No official date, no venue, no confirmed structure. Suddenly, the mega event aura feels less concrete and more like a public temperature check, testing the waters. In modern boxing, announcements themselves can function as marketing probes before a fight ever becomes official.
I think it happens.
I do not think it happens. I just don't think there will be enough interest. I know they have huge name value. There's zero, after the last performance by Mike Tyson against Jake Paul, I don't think there's going to be interest in seeing Mike Tyson do that again. I think if this match was made on the heels of Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr., I think this would be blockbuster. I think people would be falling over themselves to consume this. After the Jake Paul version of Mike Tyson, I don't think anybody's going to be interested.
Tyson will be close to 60 by the time this happens.
And Mayweather has been out of the spotlight for a lot longer now.
Yeah. What really connects everything is Ariel referencing Tyson's last performance when questioning public demand. That echoes Sean Porter's timing concerns and Wade's spectacle fatigue. But from a more industry-grounded perspective, he's not disrespecting legends. He's questioning sustainability. When the panel casually asks, what's the appeal now? It lands harder than any dramatic hot take. Roy Jones nostalgia worked. Jake Paul curiosity worked. But Floyd versus an almost 60-year-old Tyson? That's a different emotional equation. Then Ariel adds another layer by saying he'd rather see Floyd face Manny Pacquiao again. Now, commercial logic collides with legacy intrigue. The irony? They doubt the interest. Yet they analyze it for minutes straight. That alone proves the gravitational pull of Tyson, and Mayweather still bends a conversation. Even with skepticism in the air, their names command attention.
Even if it does happen, it's just like, who really cares?
Yeah.
Like, it's not them at their highest level. It's an exhibition. Everybody will clown on it when it eventually does happen.
There is a way that exhibitions can be fun. Tyson versus Roy Jones was actually like the best version of that, right? An exhibition that like I thought was exciting, delivered for the fans, but also that was so long ago for Mike Tyson. The version that we saw
like
against
early
Jake Paul,
50s.
Yeah, the version that we saw against Jake Paul just can't
Against
do it
the
anymore.
guy around his size too. Floyd Mayweather is not that.
Roy's pretty small, but
So
no, not as small as Floyd though.
Yeah, Roy fought at heavyweight at one time.
Yeah.
All that skepticism gets body slammed when Frank Smith casually predicts a controversial first-round Tyson knockout. Like he's ordering coffee that's promoter energy fused with spectacle instinct. One moment, he's calmly discussing young prospects, long-term development, structured growth. The next, he's predicting a heavyweight legend flattening an undefeated defensive genius in one round. The tonal shift is wild and fascinating. When Frank talks about investing in the future of boxing, it's structured and methodical. Then suddenly he drops the Tyson prediction, and we're back in chaos theory boxing, where size, aura, and myth collide with logic. And notice the wording, controversial knockout. Not clean, not simple, controversial.
He's a brilliant fighter, but he obviously needs to apply himself in the sport to get the best out of it. And, you know, it wasn't professional coming in overweight. And I think he's got to look at how he approaches his return to the ring, you know, because boxing isn't a sport where you can cut corners. And I'm not saying he did, but, you know, the weight, it doesn't help him in these kind of nights. But a great fight, and respect to both of them for that.
That subtle wording acknowledges the exhibition uncertainty Porter hinted at and Ariel questioned. It's not just a prediction, it's narrative anticipation. Frank also casually mentions that heavyweight fights are always risky, and that quietly feeds the Tyson narrative. When a naturally bigger puncher exists, the risk equation changes instantly. Here's where the split happens. Analytically, Floyd's survival IQ is legendary. Theatrically, the image of Tyson landing early is exactly what promoters know fans visualize as realism and spectacle, arguing mid-sentence point one side says timing, age, speed, logistics. The other says one burst, one moment, one iconic shock, And the funniest part? Frank sounds more composed discussing teenage prospects than predicting first-round Tyson chaos. That contrast perfectly summarizes this matchup. Structured boxing logic on paper, unpredictable legend energy in reality.
Mike Roy was super interesting. It was in the, very kind of early stages of the pandemic.
Yeah.
8 months in, but, we were still kind of dark and depressed at that point. And like Tyson hadn't fought. It was nostalgic. It was Roy. Okay, so I got the appeal. I got the appeal of Jake because he was so much younger and he's, a novice compared to Tyson. I don't know. Okay, now what's the appeal?
After the training footage, Holyfield-sized logic, aerial skepticism, and Frank Smith predicting chaos like at a weather report, we're left in a strange boxing paradox. Logic says this matchup is bizarre. Legacy says you're still watching point one moment. We're analyzing sparring intensity and Rafael Cordero's discipline. The next, we're questioning whether the fight even happens. And somehow both discussions feel valid. Tyson's aura screams danger, Floyd's IQ screams survival. The business side quietly whispers mega event, regardless of age, weight, or realism. That's the true collision here. Not just two legends, but myth versus mechanics. Nostalgia versus practicality. Spectacle versus competitive purity. All fighting before the bell even rings. And let's be honest, fans act like analysts in interviews, but turn into spectators the moment iconic names get announced. That's boxing psychology 101 to you doubt it. You critique it, you debate it, and then you still tune in. Because legacy gravity remains undefeated. Now I want to know where you stand. Does Tyson's size and power create real danger? Or does Floyd's defensive brilliance turn this into a tactical masterclass instead of chaos? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's really talk about it. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to US Box Pro. See you in the next one.